Over the river and through the muck, hot on the trail of the garbage truck. Friends to the end through good and bad weather, but life is complicated when you're always together. Cat dog, cat dog, nothing in the world like a little cat dog.
Be-doo, 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 bop, dee-bop, Nickelodeon, be-doo, be-doo, bop, dee-bop, Nickelodeon, yeah.
I watched the show a lot as a kid, but God if I could figure out why. As I said all those years ago when I did my top 20 favorite cartoon theme songs, some people really liked this show and some people really didn't. And apparently I found myself in the latter camp. Sorry to spoil things, but this is one that I really did not like. I thought that I might have found it okay or somewhat mediocre, like my reactions to the Angry Beavers, but no. The more that I watched this one, the more that I got annoyed. So what's the concept? It's about a cat named Cat and a dog named Dog attached at the hip, let's say. I know they say opposites attract, but this is ridiculous. Cat is stuck up and snooty, and Dog is stupid and dirty. Like every other fucking cat and every other fucking dog character that I've seen in every other cartoon ever. This show has other problems, so let's get this out of the way as quick as possible. But yeah, these are the most cliché personalities that you can give a cat and a dog. Yes, even back in 1998. Just once, I'd like to see the dog more snooty and the cat more gross and stupid. The show is about CatDog doing this and that, I guess. It's kind of like the Angry Beavers or SpongeBob, in which they just do whatever in every single episode. The CatDog doesn't even seem to have a job, except occasionally where they get jobs like licking cereal box tops. That is something that I remember actually viscerally disgusting me. Like, after I watched that episode, I don't think I was able to eat cereal for like a week. Yeah, this show can have a lot of gross out. It's not as bad as some of the former Nicktoons, but there's still veins, snot, and all kinds of bodily fluids. It usually involves Dog. It's usually not that bad, but sometimes the gross out can get very bad. The less said about episodes like Teeth for Two, the better. The gross out, though, is probably the least of this show's problems. I don't think you're really getting how I feel about this show. I think maybe the issue is that I fail to describe the concept accurately. Yes, it is about a cat and a dog attached to each other in some Frankenstein's abomination that should die, but that doesn't give you a good feel for the show. How would I describe this show the best way that I can? Take Patrick Star from one of the worst episodes of SpongeBob. I'm talking smooth jazz at Bikini Bottom, yours, mine, and mine. That Patrick Star. Then you surgically attach him to Squidward. That is what CatDog is about.
We're like brothers, only closer.
If there's one word that you could use to describe CatDog, it would be unfair. Most of the episodes go like this. Dog is an asshole, disgusting, gross, and completely oblivious to the world around him. He's chasing down garbage trucks, causing hell for people. Because Cat is forced to follow along by some cruel twist of fate, for some reason he tends to get the blame for all of Dog's antics. Oh, and of course Cat is wrong for trying to change or curb Dog's natural spirit, despite it causing hell for everyone around him. I really do not like Dog in the show.
Garbage day. Hold on, Dog. Control yourself. How about a bone or a game of fetch?
Garbage day.
And I'm through.
You're so funny, Cat. Okay, get up. Come on, get up.
While he supposedly cares for Cat, he has a problem that a lot of stupid characters have that I cannot stand for the life of me. He is so blind to the world around him. If Cat was being stung by hornets, Dog would be laughing at the fire hydrant right behind Cat. It sounds like I'm exaggerating, but scenarios like that happen in this show constantly. Maybe I shouldn't be too annoyed though, because everyone in this show is an asshole. Fuck Winslow. Fuck Winslow the mouse. Winslow's purpose in this show is to do nothing but force in conflict. He has no redeeming qualities whatsoever, and he just randomly lives with CatDog for no reason that isn't explained into the finale movie. All he ever does is cause trouble for CatDog. This is what we call a plot device. It's lazy as hell, but he needs to exist because one of the fundamental rules of CatDog is that everything has to end as miserably as possible. I did not expect to dislike the show so much, but watching it just put me in this sour mood. Like a really sour mood. It's just the world that it conveys. Despite what Paula Abdul says, no, opposites do not attract. If you truly are the complete opposite of someone else, it's safer for you to get out of the relationship because of the fresh hell that this show is. Actually, let's go talking about Teeth for Two because it shows exactly how this show works. It's basically a general rule. Whatever Cat does to his teeth, affects Dog, and vice versa. So Cat gets the shaft because Dog doesn't give a shit about his teeth, or Cat's teeth, I guess. And worse, he doesn't even listen to Cat trying to get him to care for his teeth, while Cat continues to suffer the consequences. Did you ever have a roommate who wouldn't clean up after themselves? You cleaned up after yourself, but because they still left their dishes in the sink, the flies are starting to spawn, and you have no choice but to swallow your pride and clean up their mess. Or I guess you can deal with the growing stench and the growing fungus. But you just know that if you do clean their mess, and they'll know, you're willing to clean their fucking dishes. And if you thought it was difficult to get them to do their dishes the first time, try doing it after they know that you're more willing to do it than they are. This is what that scenario looks like in animation form, and it constantly reminds me of that frustration. The Greaser Dogs are in this show. Their purpose is to beat up Cat at every opportunity. That is literally all they exist for. I know that Cat himself is no saint. He has plenty of flaws. Towards the start of the series, he was just arrogant. And if you learn anything from cartoons, if a character just wants to go about their business, beat the hell out of them until they cut that shit out. Wanting to be left alone with your own quiet and peaceful hobbies is a one-way ticket to hell, and these cartoons will not let you forget that. But later on in the series, Cat became an asshole too, doing things like driving Dog to hypothermia while he sat inside a warm winter coat, or making Dog sick so Cat could get a role in a play. And it's like, great, now I don't like anyone in the show. In many of my reviews, I did exaggerate my anger to make a show and really emphasize my points. And I mean, I've kind of been doing it in this video alone. But this show here, I won't say that it made me like really, really angry, but it's a show that just puts me in a bad mood in a way that's hard to describe. It's one of those things that makes you more willing to snap at the little annoyances in your life. It's just that thoroughly unpleasant. And if I'm having a good day, watching CatDog is a good way of ending that. Even some of the worst episodes of SpongeBob don't really put me in this state of mind. I get it, CatDog is a sadist show, and normally I don't like those. Shows where everything has to go wrong and our protagonist can't win ever. But I don't know how true that is either, that sadist shows just aren't for me. I mean, Drake and Josh is a sadist show, and I like that. Not all of them have to be like Stressed Eric. Is this the worst Nicktoon ever? No, but it is the worst of the 90s Nicktoons. And yes, I would rather watch Rocket Power than this. I mean, Rocket Power is lame and dated and full of grommets, but CatDog is just frustrating. And I didn't even touch on Rancid Rabbit. He's basically just another Winslow. Rancid Rabbit is usually in a position of power. He acts like an asshole. That is his character. Completely. Everything about his character, that's all you need to know. CatDog usually tries to fight against him to get something. The best you can hope for is both of them losing. But more often than not, the rich asshole wins in the end. I'm sure that'll still be a pleasant character idea 20 years from the show's airing. Oh wait, it's not. It's just a reminder of how terrible life is. But it's all okay because it makes this show relatable. It reminds you how pathetic life is and how much you will get screwed over at every opportunity. Exactly what I want for my entertainment. Like, the only thing people remember about this show is stupid questions like, how does CatDog use the bathroom?
Dear us, where did we come from? Signed, you and me.
It's like, look, many other cartoon characters walk around with no pants, but without anything visible hanging out. And you don't ask that question there. I mean, is this really a question that you want the answer to? I mean, people only remember those questions, though, because the rest of the show is not worth remembering. Of our little lineup here, I have to say this is a definite skip. Doug was boring as hell, but I could sit through that. Angry Beavers didn't really grab my attention, but this one, like I said, I didn't expect to dislike this as much as I did. I watched it a lot as a kid, but it's like, holy hell, what was wrong with me?
Next on Nickelodeon, it's...
You don't get all cat dog, right? You're a cat dog. A cat dog, and I've waited another cat dog. Hey, where's all the poop go? When a cat poops, what does it come out of the dog's mouth, and vice versa? Oh God, that's some kind of living hell. That's some kind of living hell, Brian. Okay, I gotta go. You have a good time with Jenny.